Gerron Scott was born on September 29, 1990, in the city of Providence, Rhode Island. He grew up in a rough neighborhood. However, it was instilled in him at an early age to be destined for greatness.
We were some of the first people in our family to go to college. All our friends really aren't doing too much back home, and we're just dedicated, just doing better and just making the most out of our potential.
Gerron is actually one of the hardest working people you ever meet. He's always on the go. I don't even know how the boy sleeps.
Gerron is an emerging leader on campus as well as in the community. He is not afraid to go against the grain, and he is not afraid to achieve what some may think to be the impossible.
Heavily involved on campus on several e-boards and several other organizations. President of Black Youth Initiative, historian of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, External Affairs, SGA, Homecoming Director, African Student Alliance, and I'm a co-founder of Students Beating Cancer, which is an organization that's designed to raise awareness for cancer.
He's a real dedicated person. He doesn't really let people get in the way of his goals. He has a vision of where he wants to be, and he's out there getting it, basically.
With his great confidence and leadership abilities, no one would ever know that Gerron faced a tragedy at the age of 9 that would affect him for the rest of his life.
It was July 1st, 2000. I remember this is gonna be lame, but I remember like I was watching Pokemon at my uncle's house. It was 10 o'clock, so I know the accident happened somewhere between 10 and 10:30. We were on our way to my other uncle's yard sale, and I went around the corner before my uncle. I sat down on a chain that connected two pillars, like two giant cinder blocks, pretty much. And next thing I remember is my cousin's helping me off the ground. And I tried to walk, and it hurt, and my foot was pretty much the size of a football. So there you go to take off the shoe, but before that, my uncle, he covered my face. So that's pretty much where my fear of my foot came from, because when it happened, I didn't see it. My grandmother and my mother actually explained to me what happened. They told me that, you lost 4 toes on your right foot and some of your foot. And they told me that you have an infection, and what they're gonna do is, what we decided for you was they're gonna amputate your big toe and some of your foot to stop the infection, because if we don't, it can spread. And if they don't contain the infection, then they'll have to amputate even more, or it can spread. Once it gets to my stomach, I'll end up dying. The whole thing's pretty much, it seemed like one long day to me, to be honest. So, it was tough to deal with, because, who loses a body part, you feel me? They didn't say I would never be able to walk again, but they said, you probably won't be able to run and play sports again. But I'm 9 years old, and I'm hard-headed to the fullest. You can't tell me I'm not gonna do that.
Gerron was determined not to let this obstacle affect him or to affect his goals.
Immediate goal is become a doctor. After that, I would like to maybe go to another country and help develop certain parts of that, or start a hospital in a growing country. Yeah, it definitely plays a big part to why I want to be a doctor. Just being in and out of hospital for so many years, that's pretty much, I was in that environment. I seen how most of them worked with me, how they helped me out, and I want to give back.
In life, you're gonna fail, but it's how you overcome your failure that matters, and I feel like Gerron overcome it very well.
So I do see him as leading the community. I see him having, being a doctor and everything like that, and I just see him being a very successful Black man.
Gerron lives by a famous quote by Gandhi: "Be the change that you want to see in the world."
You feel you can make a difference, go and make that difference. Don't let no one else stop you, because you may be the difference that is needed in life.